Hello, and welcome back to Animal Crossing, where today we're back on Curio, and I'm going to be doing my very first villager hunt of this particular series. So there are a few other things that are happening, so I've got the museum opening and the shop opening, but first of all, let's do the villager hunt, and we'll think about those things later. Okay, and here we are. So, if I remember correctly, we were given our very first ticket last time, which basically means it's unlocked the airport, so that I can now go and hunt for those villagers. However, I don't have any tickets, so I'm going to quickly pop over and visit myself, grab myself some tickets. I might even make a little bit more space because I have, I think, a couple of fruit too that I would like to gift myself. I won't be giving myself too much though, since I don't know, it kind of feels a little bit cheaty. I'm kind of doing this one more for the gameplay as opposed to the sort of island development this time, so why not just keep it sort of basic. So I'll be right back on my other island. Okay, and here we are. So unfortunately a little bit of text here, and there we go. Here is my other island. It's relatively new, honestly. I've not done too much here. I still have a lot to do, but here are the few things I'm going to be giving myself. I probably don't need those peaches because I believe that is my native fruit, but I'll take them anyway. It's a little bit of you know, help, any little help I suppose, but only being a little bit. Right, I gave myself 50 tickets, if you can see that there. I also have one being held by the Orville brothers, so that means there is in fact 51 technically, but we'll go with 50. And I'm going to be looking for 2 lazies in particular. However, I'm not too fussed with the normal or the peppy either. I might just pick up the very first ones I want, honestly, since there aren't any that I'm overly you know, like fond of, but for this island in particular, I do quite like a lot of peppies. Let's just see what these are. Island and Yorland. And active island resident. I'm really not. This has taken a long time for me to get out. I've not been well, once again. Unfortunately, I've been quite sick. I'm still a little bit sick, but hopefully you can't really tell that with a voice. I hope anyway, and I hopefully don't start coughing or anything halfway through this. It's been a long one, so I do apologise for that, but let's get on with the villager hunt. I'm going to go straight from this island into my villager hunt, so I'll see you on the first island. And here we are. So once again, I think I will accept any peppy or normal. The only normal I particularly want is maybe like cocoa, but I'm not after a normal today or a peppy. I'm after a lazy, and the 2 particular ones I would like, I know I can only get one, but either Clay or Tucker will be the 2 lazies that I'd like to come home with today, which is why I have my 51 tickets to do so. And first up we have, and I can see the campfire, so there's definitely someone here on this island. I don't have a what's it called, I don't have a ladder. I only have this vaulting pole, so hopefully that's enough. Oh, and it's over here. So it's a lady, unfortunately, and it's Buds? No, Rex. Okay, so I instantly got the name wrong. Sorry about that, Rex. You're not whom I'm looking for, so I'm going to grab that bottle on the beach and I'm going to go to the next island. Okay, and here we are on island number 2, and honestly I'm hoping this doesn't take too long. I would really love to get them in only a few tickets, like 30 would be nice. And that is Big Top, I believe. Hopefully I've not got the wrong name. Elephant wise, Tucker would be great. I would love him. I wouldn't mind Tia also, just because she's like a china piece, like a teapot, but that's kind of besides the point. Let's keep going. Okay, and here we are on potentially our first bamboo island, and we have our first, I think you're a normal, is that right? No, you're definitely a peppy. So I'm going to be taking Pango home with me, just because I'd like to get the peppy and the normal out of my way. No offense, Pango, I don't particularly have a peppy in mind, but you know what, you will do, certainly. I'll bring you back with me, and we'll keep going. In fact, I might pick up a bamboo or two, and maybe even some coconuts too, because I don't know what I'm doing on my island. Maybe I'll want these things later. So that is Peppy down, only a normal and a lazy to get. So I'm quite happy with Pango, honestly. She's not that bad at all. And is this Drake? Is that your name? It is Drake. You're not whom I'm looking for, but you're not terrible either, actually. It's quite a nice looking duck. I never had him. I've never had Pango. I think both are quite nice, but never have fit into my theme. So kind of nice to have Pango. Okay, and moving on to the next island, and is that going to be our normal? I guess so. They're both the same kind of colour. So, are you Bertha? You are Bertha, okay. You're a very nice looking hippo, like very sort of plain. You're sort of like, you're not offensive to the eyes. You're just very plain looking. Both are kind of, I don't know if I want to say kid core, but I'm happy to take both home with me. Bertha's actually very cute. I've just never had her because she definitely doesn't fit the themes I've been doing. She does look very like friendly, so sure, we'll definitely take Bertha with us. So can't wait to see you there. Boop. But that also means we can get on with hunting for specifically Clay or Tucker. I should also say a big thank you if you suggested Tucker on my last video, because honestly, I completely forgot about Tucker, and you know what? Even Lucky here would make a great mummy for my island, so I'm not going to bring him home. I am looking for those two specifically. Honestly, Clay would be my priority there, so I might even like, I don't know, maybe I don't want to say I'll pass on Tucker because I might not, depending on how far we get. But maybe I should add Lucky to my list, being a kind of mummy. I've had Anchor as a suggestion also, so there are plenty of villagers, a lot more than I thought, would work well with the museum themed island. And I do realise that technically Lucky is not a mummy, he's actually just a very unlucky, injured dog, but I would put them together anyway, Lucky and Anchor, in a sort of like Egyptian exhibit. Anyway, is that Elma? Is that your name? I will just double check that. Hello, you are Elma. I'm not too good with my horse names, so that's quite a nice surprise. Still not the two that we're looking for, but it's nice to see someone different, I suppose. Okay, and here we are on the next one, and who's it gonna be? Anyone good? I can't see. Oh, it's is it Stu? Yes, it is Stu. So I should also apologise if you can hear my voice kind of going in and out a little bit. I am suffering with this cold quite badly. It has been a while, so honestly, I'm not too surprised that eventually I've gotten sick. However, it is honestly one of the hottest days of the year, and I've never really had a summer cold before, but I certainly wouldn't recommend it. Okay, and I have not been counting, so where are we? I think this is technically ticket number 9 if I have the extra one. So let's just say that. And who have we got? It's Sherb. I would have loved you on this island, but only because I love you, Sherb. And not because you'd make any sense whatsoever. So unfortunately I am gonna leave you here, but that's okay. I do have 2 guys in mind. I'm also going to try not just to have too many duplicates of the same villager on my various islands, even though it's Tucker already. That's very quick. Oh no, is that too quick? That feels too quick. That feels like I should give maybe Clay a shot. It feels too soon. This is too soon. Maybe come back, Tucker. Maybe come back, Tucker. I might regret this later. It's too soon. Let's keep going. If he turns up again, though, I will take him. But you know, it's very early. This is probably a terrible gamble, but I am hoping I can just get Clay. That is it Alfonso? Yeah, I'm hoping that I'll just be able to get Clay, no problem. It should be a lot easier with this limited villager hunt only to the lazies. So I am going to keep going, just hoping that he does pop up in the next, you know, the next 40 that I currently have. If he doesn't, that will be a problem. But I'll think about that later. I feel really positive that I should be able to encounter him. But I should honestly take Tucker if he does turn up again, just because, yeah, I don't know if I can pass him up twice. Anyway, that is Hugh, the lazy blue pig over there, so I'm going to keep on going. I know that's Hugh, I had him a long time ago. Also, this is my first villager hunt in quite some time, so I really want it to be a much longer one than just 10 tickets. Let's hope I find who I'm after this is gone. So, is that right? I'm just going to double check that in case I'm wrong. It's Ozzy. Sorry about that, Ozzy. I wasn't certain, that's why I had to go ask. And I do tend to ask if I'm not certain, because, yeah. Hopefully I'll remember next time. Okay, and here we are on the next one, and is it Simon? Are you Simon? You are Simon. That's good. I'm starting to remember this monkey's name at least. I think it's the red feet and the sort of red mask tend to tip me off now to that being Simon. And here we are at another bamboo island, and who do we have? I'm seeing Stu again. Yes, I think so. So that is our first duplicate villager, and that's not too bad. If I'm counting correctly, this is like number 15, so not too bad. I think it would be a good thing to do a villager hunt on one of my other islands as well. So hopefully, after I do this, I'll feel a little bit better, and maybe do a villager hunt on maybe Cupid. So that is it Broccolo? Is that right? It is. I really wasn't sure. Oh, I never realised your eyes went like solid yellow like that when you're surprised. Interesting. There's a few villagers that do have that as a little quirk. There are a few like really plain villagers like Bertha and Broccolo here that I never had, even though they do look quite pleasing to the eye. They're just very simple. There's not much like, you know, I guess fancy going on, but that's quite nice. Sort of simple. Definitely very kidcore. Okay, and I believe this is ticket number 17, and we have a you, Egbert. I will just double check that. Hello, Egbert. That is correct. Egbert's the worried looking one. Okay, I'm going to try and remember that Egbert looks like always perpetually sad. It's kind of sad, you know. I don't really know why there are certain villagers that look so sad all the time. Elmer's kind of like that as well. I'm not a big fan of those ones, I have to admit. Unfortunately, I just end up feeling really sorry for them. So I don't know why they have to look so sad all the time. Oh, what's your name? Oh, I should know. Your name has completely been erased from my mind. I'm sorry. Raddle. I don't think I was going to get that, honestly. That was going to take far too long for me to remember. Raddle, the frog there, kind of like a doctor, I suppose. So, yeah, still know who I'm looking for, and I think that's ticket number 18. So we're still under 20 tickets, but that's okay, and we've got plenty. And that is, I was going to say Cube, I think it might be. It is Cube. Sometimes it's best to go with the first name that pops into my head. My head. Sorry, I'm struggling a little bit to speak. Hopefully that will pass in a moment. I've still got plenty of tickets to do, so I can't give up yet. Okay, and here we are on the next island. And who do we have on this one? I'm not seeing anyone. It's Egbert again. Okay, my second dupe in 20 tickets. Not the worst considering there is such a small pool of lazies that I'm pulling from. And here we are on the next island, so let's hope for someone new. And it's not, unfortunately, it's Broccolo again. So never mind, let's hope the next one isn't a dupe as well. Okay, and let's hope for not a third dupe in a row, and it is. It is. It's Ozzy. Hopefully it wasn't too quick there. There he is. So, not great luck, but let's keep going. Alright, so let's hope there's not 4 in a row. And who have we got on this island? It's Elmer. So that's 4 dupes in a row. That's quite bad, honestly. However, I think we're under halfway there. So we still have quite a few more tickets to go. Okay, let's not make it 5 dupes in a row. So let's see who's here. I'm hoping, I keep my fingers crossed, and it's Simon. Another dupe, another dupe. That's 5 dupes in a row, and I think that's 6 duplicates overall, which is honestly quite a lot. And with this, I believe it's ticket number 25, so we are halfway done. And it's, who is it? Is it Drake again? Okay, another one. I believe that is, yes, I just want to see his face. That is definitely another dupe. That's okay though, I'm not going to panic yet. I mean, if I keep on getting dupes, I'll eventually get Tucker again, so that's not a problem. Oh, this is someone new, this is Filbert, okay. So it's still not whom I'm looking for, but at least it's a new face and kind of in the right direction, honestly. I want a little hamster, not quite a little squirrel, but they're quite similar. Okay, and let's see if luck's on my side and we continue with some more characters. That's someone new, that is Crackle, I believe. Let me just ask. Yeah, and it's definitely Crackle. Again, not whom I'm looking for, but you know what? I'll take anyone new, that's great. So let's keep going and keep our fingers crossed. And we're still going, so let's see who we have on this island. And I'm not seeing anyone. It's Egbert for the... are you the third Egbert I've seen? Or are you the fourth Egbert I've seen? I've certainly seen you enough times, I believe. So that's... what is that? Ticket number 28, I think. So still no Clay. But we'll keep on going. So I believe in the last 28 tickets, 8 of them have been duplicates, which is not a great ratio, honestly. I was hoping to at least have a little bit. Oh no, 9 have been duplicates in the last 29. That is an awful lot. If you didn't see, that was Filbert over there by the blue sky. He kind of blends in, honestly. It's a very nice like palette of blue, but yeah, the two are sort of merging there at the back. So yes, not great, I'm not gonna lie, that is not ideal. I can go get myself more tickets if necessary, even if just to replace the duplicates, but I'm hoping I don't have to do that. Okay, and here we are, and it's ticket number 30, so we're well on our way, and I'm not really seeing anyone. Oh, who is it over here? No? Hello? Behind here maybe? Hello? Where? Oh, and they're right over here. It's Cranston. I didn't know they could like wander off so far. Or maybe I just didn't see them in the trees. So I apologise if you saw them immediately. I'm gonna blame the fact that I'm not very well, and that Cranston does kind of blend in. But at least that is a new character. Okay, and moving on to the next island, and I'm seeing some yellow. It's Egbert again. Egbert for like the 4th time. Oh dear, I'm just going to turn around and go straight back. It's getting to the point where I'll be hopeful that it's anyone bar Egbert. And who is that hiding behind the tree? I think it's Ozzy. I think I can just about see, yep, I think so. The sort of yellow sweater. And there we go, that is Ozzy. So another duplicate. I don't know if my luck is waning a little bit here. And here I was expecting this to be quite the easy task. Honestly, most of my first villager hunts are very, very quick. And here is Egbert again, because I honestly tend to find who I'm looking for quite easily. And I suppose I did find Tucker within 10 tickets, but that felt far too easy. So here I am struggling with 17, I guess technically 18 tickets left of my 50/51. And here we go again, looking for Clay, and we find Weber. Honestly, I do quite like him, and I wouldn't mind him. We're kind of matching outfits because he kind of has this like sailor motif going on. Maybe that's just me, but I'm going to keep on going, and at least that's someone new. Okay, and hopefully someone new, and it's Jakey, is that right? Hello? Yes, okay, so at least it's someone new, and it's not Egbert, since I am taking notes now, because I did start taking notes as soon as I realised I was seeing a lot of duplicates. So that is someone new, and how many times have I seen Egbert? Too many. Okay, and here we are on the next island, and it's Nate. What a lovely face. It's not someone whom I want, but I'm quite happy with that. I'm glad it's not Egbert for a change. I've seen him 5 times now. I have seen a lot of duplicates. Let me count and see how many. And out of the 36 tickets I've done so far, 12 have been duplicates. So let's see if 37 has anything better to offer. And it does not indeed. I'm looking as worried as you now, Egbert. This is unfortunate. 6 have been Egbert alone of the 13. So that is quite a lot. Okay, and we're getting closer and closer to ticket number 40. And it's another duplicate, but this time it's Stu. So I'll forgive him for that. It's not Egbert. I am wondering if I'm going to have to go get some more tickets though. If this isn't going to go so well. Aussie again. Okay. Well, at least you guarantee that I will remember your name next time, since it's very hard for me to forget after having seen you so many times. If anything, I'm starting to feel very invested in Clay. I feel like I've gotten through this much. Surely just a bit more and I can find him. Even if that means I have to go get more tickets, right? Even though that's not what I wanted to do, that sounds reasonable, right? And who is this? I'm actually not sure. I want to say Prince, but I don't think it is Prince. I wasn't sure. Is this your usual outfit, Prince? This doesn't feel quite right. Okay. I also don't remember him being lazy, but sure. It's someone different, I suppose. Okay, and here we are on the next island, and I can see someone moving around in the flowers there. That looks like Nate again. So let's just run up and have a quick look, and it is indeed Nate. He was definitely blending in with this yellow tulip here. So how far are we? I think this is like ticket number 41. I have 10 left on me. I'm going to keep on going. At this rate though, I feel like there are like 60 lazy villagers, and I feel like I've only seen like half of them. Okay, and with our last few tickets, let's see who we have. I should probably do a quick fire round, but I don't think there's much point in that. So that is Simon, so another duplicate. At this rate, I might have to go through all the duplicates and mention who I've seen and how many times. Okay, and let's keep going. And who do we have on this island? Someone different? Oh, it's Punchy. That is someone different. I'm just going to make sure that is correct. Hello, Punchy. It is very nice to see you. It's nice to see someone new, and also I do like my cats, and that is definitely a favourite of mine, so always lovely to see. I am hoping it's not too boring to watch this, especially when you're seeing the same characters kind of again and again like this. This is someone new though. This is Paolo. So it's still not whom I'm looking for. But yeah, hopefully it's not too boring, especially since the longer this goes on, the more I'm thinking I am kind of getting more and more determined. So I might even end up doing another villager hunt after this one, maybe exactly this one, with another 50 tickets if this doesn't go the way I want. Like I said, this is the first time I've specifically gone after, I guess just one character, honestly, because I did want Tucker as well, and I still do, but I want Clay more. So this is the first time I've done this, and so I didn't expect it to be so challenging. I don't know if I'm just unlucky though, so maybe this is Broccolo, in case I'm sorry if I ignored him. I'm sorry, yeah, but yeah, I don't know if anyone else has done this and how long it's taken you to do it, but I didn't think it would be this difficult. And we only have a couple of tickets left, so let's see who we can find. Hopefully someone good. Hopefully it's Broccolo again. I'm going to immediately turn around. I know that was very fast, so hopefully you saw him, but if not, trust me with that, that is a duplicate and one immediately after another. So I also have so much I wanted to do, so I was hoping I could kind of find Clay within like 25-30 tickets and then do a few things on my island, but it's looking like this is going to be purely a villager hunt, and that is Hornsby, so that is someone new. I should do a bingo and see how many of the lazies I've managed to encounter and how many I haven't yet seen. I've just done a very quick look and I've honestly not seen loads of them. Here's one I haven't seen, Anchovy. So the list is actually quite long, and I feel like I've been so unlucky. I've ended up seeing the same couple over and over again. So yeah, what an unlucky hunt. I will write that down, Anchovy, but we only have a few tickets left. And here we are. So I have 3 tickets left. I can already see it's Rattle behind my head there. So that is really unfortunate. That is another duplicate. But after just quickly scrolling through, I can see I haven't yet seen Al, Bo, Barrel, Benjamin, Benedict, Biscuit, Bones, Bob, and what else is there? That's just the A's and B's. And that isn't all of them, so I've been very unlucky. So that is another duplicate. That is Rattle. Okay, and this ticket is the last of my original 50, and I have 1 bonus ticket to use after this, and we have, I believe that was the first one that I got, Rex. I will just double check and make sure that is Rex. So you indeed are another duplicate. So out of my 50 original tickets, not including my little bonus ticket here that I got, let's see how many duplicates that is. I'm going to count them now. So out of 50 tickets, I have had 21 duplicates. That seems incredibly bad. I might have missed out 1 or 2 since I wasn't immediately taking notes, but I believe that's awful. That's honestly terrible. So I'm going to use my bonus ticket here and hope to find a clay with that one. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. And here we are on the very last island, or I should say my bonus island. So this is my freebie ticket. And who do we have on this island? If it's not Clay, that would be so sad. And it's not, it's Boomer. Okay, honestly, I am going to have to stop here because I simply just don't have any more tickets. I'm going to have to go pinch some from another island. I'm going to have to do this again. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it until I find Clay. I'm going to just do it again until I find Clay. I brought up a list and I was going to go through the list of every villager that I did not encounter that is a lazy. But honestly, it's so long. At least that extra character was a new one. So I will include that on my list. But I can't believe it's almost half my tickets ended up being duplicates. And an awful lot of them were Elmer. He wasn't leaving me alone. But I'm not having Elmer. No, I don't want Elmer. I'm not having Elmer. Sorry, I'm not having Egbert. I'm not having Egbert. Hopefully I said that right. Egbert was my constant, a reoccurring villager there. Oops, sorry about the camera angle. I'm going to say goodbye here. It's not the best. I'm so sorry about this ending. I really wanted it to be quick, easy, happy, no problem. And it turned out I'm just incredibly unlucky instead. So I guess look forward to part 2 of this lazy hunt, because this one will be just a lazy hunt. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, even though I suffered both physically and emotionally. And I'll see you next time. So remember, MumsyWord. Goodbye.